Penguin flies off because, again, he has to be somewhat like the source material, but Batman has an actual display of competence and problem solving, goes after the dangerous cat person who's blowing shit up instead of the guy he has a hunch about. Hey, look, a big head! Gotham is already starting to move towards the Neo-Schumacher Gotham. Anyway, Batman and Catwoman fight and flirt and then fight some more, but just when you think you're watching an actual Batman movie, he punches the bitch in the face and sends her flying off a roof. Luckily, she is extremely lucky when falling, or has multiple lives, you choose, and lands in a truck of kitty litter, which I'm not even going to comment on. Then, in a pretty cool scene, Batman returns to the Batcave, injured, and reflects. Penguin then makes a speech about the mayor, how he's failed, referencing the Joker in a nice bit of continuity, although if you remember, the current mayor wasn't the mayor then, but still, and announces his plan to become mayor, wowing the crowd, sexually abusing a woman, and then heading up to his hideout where Catwoman is waiting, which prompts this line.
Just the pussy I've been looking for.
It's amazing parents complain about this movie, isn't it? What with the McDonald's tie-in and all it had. The scene is pretty much set from there as Penguin tries to get her into bed, but Catwoman simply wants to get Batman, starting the cliche villain team-up used in every Schumacher movie since. They swap pet and sex puns for a while, Penguin revealing his plan to rewire the Batmobile. Wow, where did he get those specs? And whoever drew them must be one hell of a graphic artist. But they then both decide to frame Batman and turn the city against him. The scene finishes up with the writers taking the cat part of Catwoman way too literally, and then we get more sexual puns to end. Wow, hey, Batman! You know, for a movie called Batman Returns, you sure as hell aren't doing a lot of returning. Bruce watches Penguin on TV, asking him to be there as Batman at the reading of the light ceremony to, quote, preserve the peace. Man, if only Gotham had a police force to do jobs like that. Anyway, Selena Kyle is talking to herself in a mirror, still looking paler than Mark Calloway. Again, zombie, you be the judge. When Bruce turns up and they have a good scene together about duality and dark sides where he invites her to his house that night. Because, you know, two crazed killers need each other. So the plan takes hold as Penguin assaults and kidnaps the model that will be lighting the tree with a batarang, leading to this hilarious scene of either undying loyalty or blind stupidity from Commissioner Gordon.
You confirm for us the reports we're hearing of Batman's suspected involvement in the abduction.
This evidence is purely circumstantial. This was found stained with blood in the missing girl's dressing room.
Meanwhile, Bruce and Selena are sharing a romantic date in front of a fire. They trade well-written lines, the two have far more chemistry than Bruce and Vale ever did, and we find out that Vicky left because she couldn't deal with Bruce being Batman. Now, if I was Bruce, I would worry about the fact that she knows his secret and works in the media, but, you know, whatever. Selena tells him that she doesn't mind he's crazy. She says, sickos don't scare me, at least they're committed. Right. They then make out on the sofa, but both realise they have to be elsewhere as their alter egos. Should have maybe thought of that before you made a date, kids. Batman arrives at the scene, his car is hijacked, just as planned, somehow. The mayor promises he will fix everything, Batman and Catwoman fight while they trade terrible puns and one-liners, and then Penguin uses a bat to throw the model woman off a roof, leading everyone to look up and think it was Batman. And to be fair, it's hard to defend the guy after he threw a woman off the roof the night before. And speaking of those two, they share another kiss of sorts. Wow. He then has her down, but instead of arresting her to admit everything to prove his innocence, he just leaves. Swapping his cape very unconvincingly for a hang glider, scaring the public some more, and then going to drive home after a job well done. Penguin and Catwoman then share a scene while he tries to hit on her, she rejects him, and he tries to kill her for it. But he forgets that she's very good and very lucky at falling, or supernatural, and she falls through a greenhouse, which I'm sure would rip her to shreds, but you know, never mind. Batman gets in his car, avoiding the mob, but Penguin has taken control and takes him for a joyride with a Batmobile kids ride. What the hell? Hey, look, cops! Wow, they sure as hell are good at showing up to chase Batman. Would have been nice if they were there when the gang was attacking and kidnapping people, huh? But Batman finds the device and escapes by ejecting two sides of his car to make it a big sled. And the reason it has this feature is because, well, this dark gothic sexual innuendo flick needs more toys to sell, damn it. The next day, Penguin makes a speech about his candidacy for mayor again, but this time Batman uses the tape of Penguin saying stuff to him while having control of the Batmobile last night and plays it to throw people off. The people are obviously idiots because his lips aren't moving, but whatever, they believe it. Batman even repeats a few phrases using the Bat mixing desk. Seriously, what the hell? Crowd, though, were apparently expecting this because they brought rotten vegetables, throwing them at Penguin and sending him running away. Then as he is running away, the police start shooting at him? For what? bad-mouthing their city? It's one hell of a police force who don't open fire on criminals attacking civilians, but do on a man who has a tape played of him talking shit about their city? Yeah, I know symbolism and all that. Fuck off with your symbolism. I want logic, damn it. Oh, and while we're talking about logic, why the hell did Bruce forgo the usual clock or secret door to go to the Batcave in an Iron Maiden? Who the hell has an Iron Maiden in their house? But hey, at least they brought up Vicky Vale being let into the Batcave here. Not forgivable if the movie you're doing it in has way more character flaws and plot holes than that one did. Anyway, Penguin gets away and rides his duck boat back to the sewers where his gang is waiting for him, and he goes to Plan B. Shooting henchmen and kidnapping firstborn sons, because, well, why not? We then go to a Christmas Eve costume party, which has to be the worst costume party of all time. I'm sorry, but wearing a tux and putting a mask over your head of a leaning tower of Pisa is not a costume. But we do get the best scene in the movie, superbly acted, in which Selina and Bruce realise who each other are. But Penguin comes blasting in for Walken Jr., but Shrek offers to take him instead. Okay, so to cut a very long story short, Batman stops him kidnapping the kids, and he goes to the other plan, which is put rocket launchers on the back of penguins and send them out to blow up the city. Seriously, I got nothing. Batman shows up though in his bat sled, but Halo's cool and sells toys. This sure is a great kids movie. Penguin is killed and bleeds black blood. Right. Catwoman shows up to get Shrek, and both of them rip off their masks, Batman losing his eye makeup in the process. And for the record, this is the third person who now Bruce Wayne has shown that he's Batman to. Very careless, Bruce. But no matter, because he just stands there as Catwoman commits suicide to kill Shrek. Lucky Bruce. The film then ends with Bruce finding Selina's cat, I think, and wishing Alfred a Merry Christmas, as we then get the confirmation that Selina indeed has supernatural powers as she looks out at the bat signal. This film inherently has an identity crisis. It doesn't know what it wants to be. Tim Burton wants it to be a Tim Burton film, and the studio wants it to be a Batman film that will sell toys to kids. What we get in the middle is a jumbled and conflicting mess. The movie, as I said, is an enjoyable Tim Burton movie, but that is what it is. Nobody should fool themselves into thinking that it's a Batman movie. Burton didn't want to make another Batman movie, so he created his own characters, plastered them over with cosmetics of a Batman villain, and featured them instead of Batman or his world. The plot makes little sense, the characters' origins are ridiculous, and Batman is a cold-blooded killer. And to top it all off, the studio marketed the film to kids, and we got, well, this. No wonder parents were pissed. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Batman Returns. Take it for what it is.